let's say that this is the start of August 1st. This is a clearly bearish price action. Even on the 4 hour, we can see it's clearly bearish, even though it's kind of getting supported. We can see from the pattern here, this total uptrend was broken the previous day. So we'll be looking more bearish here for bearish trends below these levels. If we forward this price action, I would see that this is breaking too far down below the uh, ranges before the US market opens. So this is the period the US market opens. So it's already two below. If we looked at the after the 15-minute, it's almost 300 points below the Asian range. So I would stay away from this at this point. But obviously monitor the price for the next day's price action. So we were bearish kind of, but if we forward on the 4 hour, we'll see that we had come to a much lower level, much better support on the next day, which is the next week as well. So this is not just the next day, this is the next week as well. So this is now Monday trades that we are doing. The Asian range will form here, and let's just discuss after this as Asian range is formed. So the Asian range has formed. We have formed a support below. We have a pattern here. We are not seeing a clear breakout yet. We will be waiting for a clear breakout here, and at that point, we would try to execute. Again, this is happening a lot up before US, around the European timings as well. And this is when the US opens. So after 15 minutes, again, the first 15 minutes is moving like $90, which is a lot, as you can see. And the price is around $200 above the Asian ranges at this point. At this point, what we could do, in a sense, and what we could have done on the previous day as well, since we are following the VWMAs, the clear fake out here, we could have traded down towards. But I would not suggest, because this is too low. Again, this is too high for that as well. I would not suggest just buying here, but let's see what happens. But it just moves there slowly. The next day will start now, and the Asian ranges will form. Let's just wait for the Asian range to form. Again, Asian range has been formed, and if we go to 4 hour, this is turned bullish somewhat. And if we go to the next day, Tuesday, this is again a slight bit of bullishness there. Price is found finding support and trying to continue, but we have that downside to notice as well, which is there. And sorry, this is happening late. At this point, we are here. We can see this is before the US Open. This is around the European Open. You can see the prices hitting this resistance. We'd be looking a bit bearish here at this point, and for this resistance to be confirmed, we are seeing the price has been has traded down, pulled back, and it's likely to again feel the pressure of the bearish momentum here. And while this is going on the week, like from a daily intraday point of view, we would be looking at breakdowns below this, where atom number one failed. Let's see what happens at the US Open. So during the US Open, again, this is confirmed, but this is not. This stays inside the range, and this Asian high resistance becomes a critical resistance to break for the price, which it fails. And when it does break down this Asian range in the later, it just falls through. So this is happening around half an hour. So this is the type of trade that we are talking about, the key level kind of trade, uh, which we can plan and execute based on this resistance being confirmed. This is all happening after the Asian ranges. So where between these levels, uh, wherever above this SL, if we follow, if we just trade this, even if we don't get the whole of it, I think we are getting more than 2 hour. So this is around $60 risk or $160, $170 return. It's more if we go through the whole session. This is, I think, after the session. So session ends around here. So, which is still not bad. which is still $200 lower. 3 hour, I think. But even if we're not getting that, we're just trading the 2 hours, initial 2 hours. That is also creating a low of $190. I think that's pretty fair as well. So this is the first example of the model trade that we're getting, and we're getting that only on the 5th of August. So one trade down. Now we head to the next day. Obviously, not taking that all on as a baggage. We move to the next day. So this is Wednesday, and we are seeing the support being confirmed. We're seeing this level being taken, and we are mixed on a longer term view because of this downside and this FVG, new FVG being created. We're being low than uh, the POC, but we are also seeing bullish structure, which could continue. So we are mixed. So we are open to longs and shorts. So we'll see how the Asian range is formed. So let's see the Asian range formed. So we can see the Asian range formation as well is a bit bullish. So at this point, the Asian range formation is bullish, wholly bullish. There is no negative side of the Asian range, and we would be looking for the upside more as well. And it starts with a bullish breakout as well. So when it does that through the day, it's a difficult again to get behind, but we remain patient for the the US market open, which should be to see clear breaks above 23,100 for the long trades. So again, we are not getting clear signals here in the first few hours, but we are seeing the breakout. We are seeing the breakout with the first candle. So this is the first candle. We have seen it, the breakout. The price is holding above. The price, if we zoom in, let's zoom in, is also holding the VWMA. So this is the VWMA. It's also being held for 2-3 candles, maybe, and on the third or fourth candle, we can try to long here. This is not the most ideal situation, but this is a fairly good trade as well. I think on the second candle or third candle, whatever, from the entry level of the Asian range top or even the VWMA. So if we set our targets there, remove that, and if we set our stops at the first level of structure, this is where the market structure shifts if it falls below, and we keep that. I think we have already gotten around $60, but let's keep that open, and it's big. It just goes up like everything in the first 2 hours itself. So even in the first 2 hours itself, we are getting ourselves another $200 on the next day. Now again, we throughout the next period of the day, there will be a lot of noise and a lot of momentum. Sometimes it can go further upside, further downside. It doesn't matter. It is not related to the first movement. So this is just a continuation of the same movement. Now, coming back to the next day, if we go through the next day, sorry, this is too long. Thursday. So we are around here again. We are at a resistance, clear resistance here after this confirmed, and but we are also on a bullish structure. 1, 2, 3, 3 lower highs. Sorry, higher lows, and 2 higher highs. So the structure is there. We are above the price. We are bullish, but we are also at a resistance that triggered a downside moment. So our long-term view is mixed. So we're looking for both. Whatever happens, whatever gives, and if we get high or low breakout, we're looking for both. This is the Asian range being formed, and we move to the time of the US Open. So the day pretty much again takes off like on the bullish side the European Open, and a few hours after the European Open, and it just continues. And during the US Open, where it's not there. Let us come back to the US Open. So this is the US Open. What we can see in this candle is it's a undecided bar, which is around $100 above. It's confirming the VWMA, but I would not suggest a trade here because it's too far, as we saw earlier as well. If this was same thing was happening around here, which is around $40-50 close to the Asian range high, we might have traded this, but I don't think we would ever trade this because of how far it is. Now, given all that, in the first movement, the first movement being bullish. The next movements, I think, clarified the earlier stance being right as well. And the next movement, the price fell through, came back, just kept falling through at this point around the midday. So this is the midday of a US session. What we could have done is at the midday is a short here, positioned ourselves for the short here with the stop loss around here, $50, and tried to get anything. This would be a trade, but I don't know how that turned out. We'll see how that turns out. Uh, it kind of gives us an exit of around $100, but it then again moves back up nearing the US market close. So this is a very volatile situation. Earlier breakout before the US Open being negative, the midday being negative, then the closing being positive. So this is a very volatile situation. I think there is still a salvageable trade there on the breakdown itself, because the breakdown does give us a pullback, which does give us an entry, which does give us $100 downside. Whatever we can catch there, even if we catch half that, $60 is fine. Now, in this position, we only have had 3 trades, and we are at the 8th of August. So 7 days, 3 trades. We go into the next day. So we go into the weekend, and this was likely the NFP day. So no. So the first was the NFP day. So this is not the NFP day. So this was just a normal day. Friday, at this point. So again, as you can see, quite undecided. Price resisted at this resistance. Price found support in this here. Price again found resistance. We are slightly bearish towards these levels, but then again bullish. So we're expecting a volatile day, and we are allowing the Asian ranges to form now. So the Asian ranges is being formed, and you can see the Asian ranges being mild as well. So the first part of the Asian range being bullish, second part being bearish. So the mixed nature remains there, but it's a very narrow range as well. If we see the overall price action, this is $60. It's not bad, but it's still not the kind of big volume that generally is there. And like many preceding days that gave us trades, it's a lower range. So if the Asian range is generally too big, that's not good actually. So let's go to the US time. So nothing much happens through the day. We are close. Not close. So clear break at the exact candle of the US Open, but no pullback is given. I don't know if we would be able to take it, but our trade would be at the, let's say, VWMA pullback around, or the moving the AVG pullback around here. So if we do get it, we'll see if we do get it. I don't know if we got it, but yeah, we are getting a meaningful pullback here towards this the second FVG that was created. We're not getting the first entry. I don't know if we would have shifted our entry here, but the stop loss would remain at the same level. So $70 is fine. But I don't know if we would have got it. So this is a 50-50 situation, and it would depend on the day. But I don't know if we would have. This is not a sure short trade that we would have taken. If this came to the lower level, I think that was a sure trade that we would have taken. But for this moment, I think I don't think we are sure that we would have taken. Still $150 2 hour, which is pretty good for a day like this. The next day we go, let's say a couple of hours. This is again, the next day is not just the next day, it's the next week as well. And we are clearly bullish, but also at a resistance. So this is, I think, the all-time high as well. So this is the all-time high as well. So clear resistance there, clear view there. We'll be looking for not only Asian range breaks, but also these range break. So 30, 27, 23, 7, 25, a level to remember. So around these areas. So not just this is a resistance, around this is a resistance as well. So let's just mark it 23. This would be something we would consider intraday as well. But for intraday level, I think this is the range. This is the range, and we are far from the US. Again, a breakdown happened before the US Open, but price got inside. Price stayed inside, and the US market open just confirmed the bottom. The narrow range like stayed. It's not a particularly good trade because of this resistance earlier confirmed as well. So would not be trading at this moment. The first hours passed. There's nothing going on in the first hours, and we just stay stuck in that range. And we are only breaking that range around 2.5 hours later, at which point this particular resistance also comes into play. That's why we marked it. We know this that the week is because of this. So that's something that would give us some notice as well for this pullback. So again, we are not trading because it's inside the range. Now, the breakdown itself is again good, and there is no reason not to trade it. Even if it does not work out, it does not matter to us because we would be planning a trade with a limited stop loss around $40 or something. So target would be something around $80 or something, and more if we get it. So just for the before the market close, we are getting that. We are getting that, and that's the trade of the day. Not the breakout, not the first breakout. That's the trade of the day. Around in the second half of the day, not in the first half itself. So now this remains. Let's wait for the next Asian range formation. Asian range formation at the bottom. Asian range with the wick. And let's go to the next day. Yeah, so next day. You can see how it rejected from exactly the top that we marked. Now, that's why it's important to follow the 4-hour chart as well. So now we are at a resistance and we are at a support. It's a very narrow range and on the high time frame, and we're not sure which direction the market goes. But generally speaking, very generally speaking, in this price structure, we'd be considering the bullish support more prevalent because it's the structure is like this. So higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, like higher high and higher high and higher high being created. So that would be more important to us. In general, we'll be slightly bit more bullish, but let's see what happens. We are open to both, remember, because of the price action is not conclusive. And during the US Open, we'll decide what to do. Again, this is a massive, I think this is a CPI or some particular data day, 12th August. I think this is probably the CPI or PPI, I think. CPI will be Wednesday. I think this is the PPI data that's coming in. Second week, Tuesday. That's generally the case. I'm not going into it because the video is getting already too long. This is still not the US market open. This is just the 6 hour, 1 hour before the data candle. The US market open candle is like this. It's a shadow of the upside, the downside, and all. It's a very critical choice to make here. I don't think we'd be able to make this choice, but it's a very important thing as well to consider. I think we have seen this first test, we have seen this second test, and we've seen the third test with the US market open candle, and it's a doji, and the 15-minute FVG is being held at the US Open. So this could call for a short position at least to the Asian bottom from this limited SL, so maybe $40 of SL. It's a high risk trade. I would not advise it. I think in the live situation, I would not be able to advise it, but this is a high risk opportunity on a high risk day, and let's see what happens. We might get SL. We did get SL. We did go lower. We went to almost what $100 lower in the exact first hour, but there was a sharp downside. This is a one candle trade. Uh, that's why I mentioned I would not be able to suggest it in the live situation, but it does drop. Then when this is broken around 1.5 hours later, the high that we marked previously, the all-time high. Uh, when the ABG is created, I think the ABG would be our entry, and because of the putting the SL below the breakout candle, it would be $55, and we'd be putting our target at $10, 2x. So general rule of thumb is 2x. So always the profit is at 2x. We can move the TP, but always the profit risk to reward would be, sorry, this is wrong. Then longish. Risk to reward in most scenarios would be 2x. Which is hit around by the time the market closes. So this is the market closing candle. I think it's it. That's, I think, a more clear trade for the day, not this one. This was a very high risk trade, but yeah, again, risk reward very high, 2.5. Now the next day. So this is Tuesday. That's happened, and we have broken out on Wednesday. So this is Wednesday. We have broken out. We are clearly bullish. There is nothing stopping us unless we go below this. This is really, I think, euphorious moment for the market, and that's why we have to be really careful, because when there is the most euphoric moments, there is the most devastating falls. So let's wait for the Asian ranges to form. We obviously go into there with bullish bias, and we mark the Asian ranges high and top, and that top is taken out, I think, within the first hour of the European markets, and it's a very clear break. There's no two ways about it. It breaks, pull back, then breaks. This is clearly a good break. But yeah, that's not our trading period. Our trading period is much later. So let's come to the US timings. Sorry. That's the US opening candle, doji, no situation, bullish, no situation. This is not something that we trade, again, because it's $100 away from us. Again, previously, like we talked about. So we'll wait for the price to get back here, supported here, or supported here, anywhere, or break down here. So that's three situations open for us, because breakout already happened. Three situations open to us: confirmation of Asian high, confirmation of Asian low, or a breakdown of Asian low. Now we'll see how the price reacts. Asian low is taken out. Asian high is taken out. Asian low is not confirmed. We're not done anything. The 1 hour 15 minutes have passed. Now this is taken out. Wait, when this is taken out, yeah, that's when we are in the game. We are in the short game. Like I said, even in the euphoric moments, we have to be there to trade the shorts. This is 750. This is 850. We can test the 720, the stop. We can come to that and then bounce. So we have room left to move to these areas. This is our SL, breakdown candle high. Even if we keep it here, that's $56. We have to put the target to $112, which is above 730, and we'll see what happens. If we get SL, that's fine. We just get a bunch of noise throughout the day. Maybe possibly we'd be able to close this on break even positive or something like that, but we don't get the downside we thought we'd get. So by the end of the day, I think this is a break even trade that doesn't go SL as well. So Asian ranges next day is again very cross within the same range. So continuous 2-day same range, Asian high, Asian low. Both situations remain open, because as you would see in the thing, there is again 4-hour ABG being created for the Thursday. Both situations open. We move to the US time. Whatever happens, we will see. This is the US market opening candle. No, this is not the US market opening. I think this is the CPI. This is the CPI data, I think. Thursday, second week, big breakdown, and we were waiting for Asian range because it broke down. I think we'll be looking at tests here, but we'll be opening for the US market open candle as well. Obviously, we cannot short this at the moment and after this candle, but we'll be still interested in the shorts because of the breakdown. But after this breakout again, we'll not be able to short it. It's a completely dead day, and it's a difficult situation that price creates by moving in the range, which is literally untradeable if we look at it and be objective about it as well. So, given the situation, we move to the next day without a trade, and especially without a trade plan, because we're still not sure about the market direction. We are still bullish, but the price is giving us more headache. Sorry, I just moved too far. By being in this range, it's higher, it's lower, it's not going anywhere. We would likely see this level breakdown and be confident on the bearish side, but for that, we need to come back below the 725 area. So we'll be slightly more bearish because the price hasn't been able to break out, but will not be like explosively bearish or anything. So we'll be looking for the breakdown of these levels again, because yeah, even with this momentum, the price action was more aggressive towards the bearish side. You can see, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 situations being like that. So let's wait and see for the US timings and see what happens. Yes, like clockwork, the US Open breaks down. And that's a clear trade. Uh, that's a clear trade. But we don't know if we would get the pullback or the entry for our trade. And that's the SL, $60. That's the target. The price just comes back in the neck of time in like 30 minutes and good the entry. This is clear level based trading. Even limits can be done in these type of trades. And we are getting the 2 to 1. It's simple. It's very simple how we are getting this. Now we're moving into the next day, having pulled back right at the support. If you look at it, this is 720, 725. This is 730. So we're right at the top, right at that support. Let's see. This was already Friday, so we're moving into the next week as well, which we have to remember. Uh, Always week to week is very important. So going into the next week, we are getting the support from this level as well, which was the previous all-time high, which is still below it. We're just below it. We're below the VWMA on the 4-hour as well, but we are getting the support. Let's say see the Asian ranges form and then decide. So Asian ranges have formed, but the price just kept falling through the day, and not even close to the US. This is the US. Again, while this is a possibly confirmation of an FBG, this FBG is not relevant to us because it's too far from the Asian low. This is $75 below, I think, from our level. So I would not really consider it as a good trade, either downside or upside. We want the price to come back here. So in the situation, the price has broken down. So three situations remain: either Asian low confirmation for the downside, or either Asian high confirmation of the downside, which is unlikely because the situation here. So I think in this case, two situations would be open, either confirmation here and down, or breakout of here. Again, remember, we are at the 700 level, so this is still around this area, around this support of previous all-time high. So both situations are open. So we likely want to see the price go back to those levels. And the day doesn't not give us that. We move into the next day. It just remains cross. So we remain on the sideline. There is no trade for us there. The next Asian range is forming, and we move our trades there. So again, slightly bearish. Even with all things said and done, it remains slightly bearish. So we progress 5-6 bars. We are below that that previous high. We have formed another 4-hour MPG, so we are bearish. We're looking bearish. So looking for breakdowns. This is uh, just going market open. The market opening candle is bearish. Obviously, our trades could be around here. Breakdown candle higher, so $50, $45 SL, and around $90 target. I don't know if it so let's just put it here. I don't know if it get filled. I don't think it does. I think it's just moves from a little lower. I don't know if we'd get this entry going into like effect because it does not test the Asian uh, low exactly. So it depends on the situation where we put the entry. I, there is no real one way about it. But by the end of the day, the price has moved around $300 down from this breakdown. Again, this is confirmed by the high time frame. This is taken by the lower time frame. It's like clockwork. Now we come to another Asian range. Formed and delivered. Let's see where we are. The big breakdown happened. One more candle. So before the US, sorry, before the US market open, we are here. Again, bearish, price is bearish, the trend is bearish. We have support as well, so both situations are welcome, but we are more bearish than bullish. So we'll be looking for further breakdowns. So breakdown below, it's 270. Let's go to the US Open. Let's see what happens. Price for a moment breaks out above the Asian ranges. So at that point, it's very critical to see the price action. So let's see. Again, it tries just a couple of hours before the US Open, and it constantly gets rejected there. But the US opening candle again breaks down. We have our trade, but again, this would be a very difficult to execute trade. Like the previous one, this is a very difficult to execute trade. We have a SL of around $100. So you'd have to have a target of around $200, which gives us 23,000, which gives us this range to target. It's possible, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult trade. I do not know what we would decide at the moment, at that point. There's a lot going on in the market and all that stuff is going to make us decide. But just for results sake, this does yield that return, even 3x, $300. It does give us the result, and it then bounces obviously for a lot of other reasons as well, and then we just follow. There's these type of movements are difficult to trade, but they can be used as well. I'll talk about them later, but I don't think we need them because our system is in place. And let's move to the next day. Let's move to the next day. So what actually happened on the 4-hour? This would give us perspective. It just got there. It checked. It wicked. It checked. It caught that liquidity and bounced back. So by the time we are coming in on Thursday, we are back above it. We are not bullish. Nobody can be bullish at this point, but we are not bearish either because of this, all this liquidity being taken. So be careful around this because of this volatility in the previous day. But yeah, open to both situations again going into the day. from 4-hour point of view, open to both situations and watching both levels and waiting for the US. Again, the US is confirming the breakdown. The breakdown happens earlier, US confirming the breakdown. At this point, we will be shorting with a very small SL, I think, yeah, $40 or so. So our targets are lower at this stage. Obviously, it can increase. And in this case, in this trade, we are getting our at $80. But if we don't exit, we would probably be going break even, because we're moving the break even at least, stop loss to break even at least after achieving the target. Still, this even if it happens in one candle, it achieves the target of 2x. So I don't know if you would have taken profit or you would have moved the SL to BE, but whatever that situation is, that's happening. Now, this is still quite early in the US session. That's all this is happening. And again, the breakdown happens around what 8:30. So when that breakdown happens, we'll be looking for an FBG, which is not there to be traded. So at that point, we'll probably be looking at a short trade, which is here, and the stop loss being all the way above at this point, which is $80. So targets would be $160. We'll be targeting here. I don't know if we'll get it. Let's see. We eventually don't get it because the market closes at this point, but it's not a loss trade. It still gives us around 146 lowest. I think $100 can be taken there. Now, where are we after this Thursday on the 4-hour? So on the Friday, we are again have tested this level. We are again at a support level. We have created a higher, somewhat high, lower high, sorry, higher low, and trying to reverse the price here. So slightly more bullish push coming in, but the price action is still bearish. So again, going into the next day with open eyes on both sides, but a bit on the bullish side more because of this price structure. You can see this is a lower, higher low than this the next day. But interesting, the next day, next Asian session, we are seeing in the European Open or before the European Open a lower high being created. So this gives us doubt. Sorry, lower low being created. This is gives us doubt for the next session, and this gives us doubt. Even though this is catching liquidity, this gives us doubt. Let's see what happens. Again, we'll open with both. Let it go to the US timing. This is the US Open. Again, we are seeing this live. We are seeing this not as a replay, going situation by situation. This is the US opening candle. I will be longing because this is confirming a lot of things. After 15 minutes, as we discussed, I will be putting my entries around, just around here. I don't know if we are getting it, but my SL would be here around $50, and my targets, first targets would be $100, 2x like we discussed. So let's see what happens. I don't think we are getting our entry here. So I would not, my entry is around 188. The lowest it went. So in fact we are, yeah, it's exactly testing the high. In fact we are getting it. And it is somewhat of a candle. It's a 15-minute candle of $300 body. So that's the 6-hour trade. This is a 6-hour trade, like exemplary and ridiculous, but yeah, it does happen sometimes. Just following the strategy, nothing else. Now, This has happened on a weekend, and we are going into the next week, ultra bullish mode. So this is Monday. This is Monday. And we are going into the Monday ultra bullish mode with the right, but you can see the resistance is there on the 4-hour. Support is there, resistance is also there. So it's a very difficult situation at this point. And from a weekly point of view as well, I'll be talking more like noisy situation going on to the week on a 4-hour chart. So we wait for the Monday Asian range to be forming, and we move our price levels there to monitor. Asian ranges, lows and highs are formed, and it's breaking down to start. We're not close to the US. We're close to the US. This is US entering into the Asian, so that's not good. Not a great breakout either. Not a great confirmation either. Still inside the first breakdown. And this is after US market close. So that the whole day is null and void. So we go to the next candle. Next day is the Tuesday. And Tuesday is moving day. Tuesday, Wednesday are moving days. Tuesday. We wait for the breakouts and breakdowns. We're slightly bullish, but not fully bullish because of that 4-hour APG. We wait for the US market to break out or break down and give us some indication. US market is nearing, not a breakout here. So at this point, so getting the breakout finally, a breakout and close. You see the resistance there. But yeah, since we are following the system, and it's a pretty low SL as well. I would put my entry here. I'd put my entry on the first candle bottom, $36, so $72. I think it's gettable. And we get the entry, price doesn't move. We fill the trade around the midpoint, and then it goes on to 3x by the close of the market. Almost 3x, yeah. That's quite fine. Smaller trade, but does give us something late in the day. Again, systematic, very systematic. Now the narrowest of narrow Asian ranges have formed, which is only $35 wide, which is very difficult to trade. This is extremely difficult to trade. We go to, this is Tuesday. This is Tuesday. So go to Wednesday. The bullish push. So Wednesday. On this, so it's slightly bullish that ABG is being taken out, something like that. Slightly bullish, looking for breakouts. Well, let's see our breakouts. Okay, let's go to the US opening hours. This is the US opening hours. Instead of, no, this is still not the US opening hours. So before the US opening hours, the price is quite low. I don't think we'll be trading the situation again too far below the Asian ranges. At this point, the trades open to us will be this confirmation, or the high confirmation, none of which clearly are being triggered here. So I don't think this is a day we'll be trading. Around the midday, I think this high is taken out. I think we'd be trading this for long and then getting stopped out immediately. So I think we'll be losing around $30. So first target will be $60, which we are not getting. We are getting stopped. So this is the first, I think, from the trades that we have gone through. This is the first loss we are getting on 27th of August. None of the trades before got stopped out, which is very interesting. After the US market close, this is ridiculously volatile. I think some news might have been there, some earnings or something like that, 28th of August. It's a candle that's wide around $300. Now, we ignore that, generally ignore that, and move on to the next day. So the next day is Thursday, and we are looking for the Asian range high formation, low formation. At this point, again, we remain bullish mostly for the pattern reason. So higher lows, higher lows, yeah, higher lows and lower, higher highs, etc. happening throughout. So we'd go to the US areas targeting before is happening. And let's see where it is with the US. The US. The US candle is very high, opening candle. The US opening candle is very high. It's very unlikely that we'll be even planning a trade here, but I'm just adding this as a situation. This is not repeatable situation. So let's say even if we put that $40 SL, and it gives this insane pullback to this entry, and that is satisfactory to enter, which happens. But yeah, I don't think this is something we'll be trading. I'm just adding a question mark here. I don't think we'll be trading this. So this is a loss. This is not. I don't think we'll be trading this. Very, even if it makes $155, no one can predict that. No one. It's a $100 pullback that gives us the entry. It's insane. I don't think we'll be trading that. We'll move into the next day. Asian ranges, let the Asian ranges form. Next day is Friday as well, end of the month. Very interesting session that can happen with end of the month or final days of the trading session, etc., etc. So let's see what happens. Where we are firstly with 4R. Again, at the start of the Friday, we are here. Where we are, let's see. At the previous all-time high, and we got resisted on the Thursday end. This is clear resistance, so we'll be slightly bearish going into Friday to pull back at least to this, and then carry on the movement upside. So intraday we are bearish, long term we are bullish. So both situations are open going into the Friday. The price does pull back before the US Open. So at this point we are around, let's go to the US. So before the US Open, we are around 23,600. So 23,600 is around here somewhere, which is kind of a support as well. And can be looking for bullish, but again, we are too far away. We are around, no, not too far away, $50, which is fine. But we are at the bottom, so we would be looking for confirmation below, or breakout higher. So longs are only at the breakout of 715, 720 areas. So we wait, and the bearish pressure continues at the US Open candle. Bearish pressure prevails. At this point, I don't think we would be shorting before because we are $100 away. This is something we estimated could happen on the 4-hour, but this is not catchable with respect to the time frames of the US session, open, and etc. etc. Now we go into the next week. This is interesting. New month, generally very known to be bearish month of September. Price still holding. Sorry. Price still holding but bearish. We're below the VWMA and going lower, but yeah, it's still in support in the range. We have support and resistance, so we are not really sure on the longer time frame where we are. So we're looking at the Asian ranges to form and give us some idea. It's a wide Asian range that has formed today, which is the 1st of September. This is a very wide Asian range, almost 150 points. And we go to the US session timing, wait for it to give us either a breakdown or a breakout. We stay inside for most of the day because it's a wide range. We go into the next day, the Asian range will be formed within that range, which is very, very interesting. So the low is the same low, Asian range low is the same low, high gets halved. It's breaking down, somewhat of a bearish pressure in the European Open. We are heading into the US. We are too far away. We're just watching price doing this insane breakdown, but we cannot do anything because it's too far low. We're at least 200 points lower. Now we are waiting. This is not something that we trade. This is not something that falls within our purview. We wait for the Asian range style. This is a different style that we talked about. This is the breakdown of the VWMA. It does not work always, so taking these kind of trades are risky. Like breakout and confirmation of this range. So this could be a potential target trade for some people, which gives 200 pips of movement, but it's not something that we generally have the basis to confirm works every time, like we have seen for the Asian ranges. Its accuracy is much higher. Again, with the next day, what we are seeing is earlier breakout in the European, which makes it difficult for us to trade. That same support level was taken on the 2nd, and the price moves up for the Wednesday candle to form some sort of a support here, and the price action, while being difficult, I think it's slightly bit bullish going into that day as well, and we'll be looking to confirm here or here, break down below. So 3 situations open at this point on the US Open. US Open comes in. This is the US Open candle, slightly bearish, nothing we can do about it. No tradable insight here, nothing significant that is happening throughout the day. This is happening just about at the close of the market hours. This is a potential trade, long confirmation at this candle close. Risk being below this, it's $40. Early trade is $80. We're getting till the market close of this $110, which is 2.85. Not bad, good one. Yeah, that's about it. At the end, at the just closing half an hour, 45 minutes. Next opening of the Asian range. But let's analyze on Thursday where we are with the 4-hour. There's a slightly better situation on the bullish side, but a slightly better situation on the bearish side as well with this LPG. So again, confusion continues as the mid-range. So we are open to both sides. We just wait for the US. So the US opening is just a middle candle, nothing going on. Nothing going on. The bottom is confirmed. Really, at this point, what we there's not much really we can do, but a bottom confirmation trade, which is not something that I like to do too much. I don't suggest it too much as well. So a trade here with target of very low, very small SL. So let's say this is $10, maybe maximize that to $20. And with the spread, I think it will be $30. So our targets is very small. First target, that is, we can increase the target. So if that is hit, we we could have put there, but I think this is stopping us out. I think this is stopping us out first before making the move. I would be really uh, not suggesting this to have the full SL. So even if that is SL, I would accept the SL. So this is probably the second trade that we are SL. This is very small SL, but it's still an SL, which I would expect. Next day we are going. This is again the Friday. The major move happens throughout this. Sorry, stop. The breakout happens here around 2 hours after the US market open. That's our long trade. Our SL will be below this breakout, $56. So first target $112, and we are open. This is so before the market closes, it gives us about $150, which is, yeah, still good. 2.65 is not bad. Next we go to the Friday. Asian ranges are being formed. Asian ranges are formed and the price is playing. Let's see where we are with the 4-hour, how we are analyzing the situation. On Friday we have broken the previous high, so we are more bullish, more bullish. So at this point, what we're looking at, confirmation here, breakdown below, which is unlikely situation for us. Let's see. This is 1 hour before the US market open. This is the NFP candle. This is confirming, but we are not doing that. The NFP was really bad, so we would also have eyes at the downside as well for that, as we talked about as well. But at this point of the breakdown, our shorts would be either here or here, let's say, with an quite high SL, $80 or so targets. It's not being filled. It's not getting filled at all because of the situation. Obvious that it does not pull back. It just carries on. And after this, all this noise, I don't think that's something that we would feel ideal to short. Again, we are heading into the Monday. Next week, after the NFP news, all that's happened, fresh week, fresh sentiments coming into the market. Asian ranges is being formed, Asian ranges are formed. We have headed into the next week. We're still above the ranges on the bullish side, and we're looking for breakouts again. So both situation open. We are heading into the US market, and the breakout does happen. And the breakout does happen when the breakout does happen here. So let's put our trade here. I'd say at this level. Yeah, I would put this level. I would put the SL below the breakout candle and a bit below. So I think around $50. Yeah, $45. Initial target being $90, which matches up with this previous high, which is fine. The entry does not get triggered at the start, but later at the midday, it does get triggered again. So let's see. It does get triggered here, and we'll see what happens. By the time the market closes, it does not give us anything. It's a flat trade. It's not a profit or a loss. So it's a flat trade. Uh, uh, that we probably could have stopped break even or something like that. Now we're heading into the next day, which is the Tuesday, and Asian ranges are being formed. Uh, and we are heading into the US as well with slight more bullish push coming. And we are looking for breakouts here more. But we are seeing this consistent resistance that has been shadowed here. These are some of the things that we might need to notice from time to time as well. This is a shadow risk level, so I would move this Asian range high to this level because here the breakout becomes more key. So let's say the breakdown happens. I'll put our let's remove this. The breakdown happens, the short position is there, the SL is there, the let's say $55, $110. We put in, we just enter. Again, this is a stop loss, third one overall. But that is not the end of it. We get stopped out, but we get a breakout as well. But it's after the US market close, which is fine. We go to the next day. Asian ranges are forming. Asian ranges have formed. And we wait for the US. Sorry. And if we look at the 4-hour chart as well, the price is finding resistance at the same level here, and it's finding difficult to break out of that level. So it's a situation that that is difficult to trade. But we are seeing a breakout on the Asian, or this is the 1-hour previous candle. So at the situation, so at this situation, we are heading into the US with a very difficult situation, and the Asian candle, sorry, the open candle kind of confirms the Asian high, and that's why we can plan the long position as well, even if that is against the flow of the market. This would be pretty low SL as well. I think $20 again. So like the ones before, our target would be, first target would be $40 only. So $40 or $50 only. And that is being met. Even if that SLs, I would be moving our SL to break even after that is reached. That's fine. But in this case, the price does break down, and it does break down in the midday as well, which gives us the next trade for the short side. So this would have a slightly more higher SL for $50 target, let's say $100, 2x, like we remembered the rule. This is the closing candle, whatever we get it before that. It does give us something if we exit right time, or if we exit the wrong time, it is a break-even trade. The next day comes in. These are neither of these are lost trades. These are okay trades that just need to be exited right time. The next day, the same Asian range is being formed, just at a different price level. And we are watching, we are looking, and whatever we are doing. This is a Thursday as well, so bullish remains, the bullish side remains. We're looking for breakouts again, but breakouts happen before the US market open. US market open candle is confirming the level. Uh, so that's our cue to the long trade as well. So at the close of this candle, the next candle, we put the trade, we put the SL, a smaller one, $30, $32. First target being $60, 2x like we discussed, and seeing what it does. It does give us that. It does give us more even uh, to carry at almost 4x return, 4R return on the risk. Again, going into the next day with one trade. The Asian ranges is being formed. Bottom is there, top is there. The shadow level again we have to look for here. The US opening candle is there. Again, that kind of trade. The confirmation one at the first 15-minute candle close. A pretty low SL, $30, targeting a measly $60. Whatever happens, we can always move the TP, we cannot move the SL. It does give us quite a bit before the US market closes. It gives us 131, which is 5R. Now we go to the next Monday. So this week we are talking about this. We have come back to this week. So let's say this was the high, previous high, and we broke that. Once we broke that, that was open season for bullish trades coming into this week. So this is something I shared on my weekly view as well. Once we broke that, we are clearly bullish from these levels, any level, clearly bullish on the week. And on Monday as well, where I shared the bullish trade idea as well. So what would we do here? The system, what would it tell us? Is it because it's already broken above before the US, either confirmation here or confirmation here, or break down below, which is less likely. So we head to the US market. Again, just before the US open, it's broken. It continues. It continues. The US open as well. Too wide. The bottom was confirmed, but 4 hours before the US market open, we cannot do anything about it. It just continued. It just continued. It never gave us any chance. This was Monday. We're going to see the same pattern on some situations being repeated. But changing the system based on that is not a solution either, because the system is going to give us consistency, nothing else. So we are heading into the US again. So this is the US candle, inside, 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 everything is inside. We need to confirm that level. This is not the correct confirmation of a level. So yeah, this is the breakdown. This is happening 2 hours after the market. Remember, we are bullish on the higher side, but we are quite wide as well. So this is quite wide as well. So it'd be okay-ish to short here. So this is the short I mentioned yesterday as well. It took as well. It didn't work out, but it was the short that would have been okay. Generally put SL around $60 here. Sorry, I suggested the long here after the confirmation here, but I exited when I saw this signal of the downside consistent. So after this confirmed here, I suggested the confirmation long, but we eventually shorted here, should have shorted here. But even that would not have worked out as well as we would like. So it obviously failed. It does not get SL, but it does not go anywhere either. So potentially we could have exited it at any point, uh, or moved away from it or something like that. But yeah, so this does not work out. But yeah, we could have stopped like break even as well. Doesn't matter today as well. Same type of things happening with the FOMC in focus as well. The range was there. The short idea he mentioned was good as well because it's breaking down. If you look at the condition of the 4 hour as well, you know, it's slightly bullish, but we are also bearish as well. So both sides are open. So bearish makes sense. And if we come back to current situation of the U.S. Open, so let's see the U.S. Open candle. So this is the U.S. Open candle. So that's where I would have prepared my short position here with a stop above this 320 he mentioned, I think, which is good. I agreed. So our stop is $45. Our target would be first target would be $90, and whatever we could get after that, that is just so we'd be up around what $40. So we'd be at at a break like 1 to 1 already, but it could go lower. It could go lower. I don't know, but that's the situation. That's how we have to trade it day to day. If we understand the system, if we understand it well enough, we could take these trades. And these are the kind of trades that you asked me to find the system for. That's why I founded the system. So this is a break even. Move it. So if we go back, let's say we go back till the 1st of August, let's see how many trades we have got in 45 trades of trading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28 trades. I think we counted 3 losses, around 2 or 3 break evens, maybe 4. So 20 good trades in 45 days. So every other day we are getting a good trade. I think that's something very good with respect to what we want to do with quality, not quantity. So it's a clear system, clear enough system, in my opinion. Uh, but yeah, kindly go through all of this. This slightly took a little bit longer than I anticipated, talking about 45 days, because it's a 15-minute chart as well. But yeah, I hope you go through all of these and we can build more confidence on the strategy itself, because without backing the approach, we cannot really ever uh, be confident enough to put size to it. So even if we do smaller size continuously, that's fine with me, but that is the only thing that is going to give us confidence to trade this longer term. Thank you.